But again, for me, I think the biggest thing that I enjoy is having the freedom to make all of the important decisions.
We were talking earlier just about, kind of our setup and the raw P&L model we have here at MortgageRight. Do you want to dig into a little bit about that and how it all works? I think a lot of people would be interested to find out exactly all the moving parts.
No, absolutely. So first thing is in reality, and I speak to a whole lot of people, I know really every model out there. I've been running a branch for 15 years, okay? Most companies don't offer a true P&L model. They just don't. They mask it as one because everybody wants to be operating a real P&L. It's the best way to do business, period, okay? But truth is most companies don't do it. We do it. We run what's considered a very true P&L model. And, all that really means is the revenues that you generate from your business flow into your P&L. And then, like any business, your expenses are coming out of your P&L. And really, it's really that simple. So I think the benefit of that is that, again, you're running your own business without having all the liability of owning something, right? So, I talk to a lot of guys, they run their own brokerage. Or some people, actually want to own their own company completely. And there's so much liability involved doing that, okay? There's so much more expense. There's so many things, I guess I would say, that you have to spend time on or pay somebody to do that has nothing to do with what I like doing, and that's just originating business, doing loans. And so again, when you can find a company like MortgageRight where you're running your own show, but the things like accounting, the things like underwriting, warehouse lines, audits, compliance, all of these things that are a big part of our business, I don't have to do any of it. And I'm able to just focus on doing more and more business, making more and more money. I think that's really, in a nutshell, the key. So again, running your own P&L's got a whole lot of benefits. I'm able to advertise. I'm able to market. I'm able to hire. I'm able to build my business the way that I want to. And then really the company handles everything else for me. So it's kind of a perfect situation.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that is right. And I think that's a critical thing to mention is being able to delegate all the non-money making activities to corporate, like compliance, auditing, benefits, 401k, things like that. Payroll, it's a big deal. I don't have to worry about that. All I have to worry about is originating and running my team, and everything is reconciled right in my P&L. I do like the fact that we do have a software that reconciles everything for my branch in real time. That way I'm in there and I can run all types of different reports, take a look at, what we're collecting. I can forecast different things, expenses, things of that nature, and kind of know exactly where I'm at. And I'm not having to wait 30 days, 60 days to get that information. I know exactly as we close what's in my P&L, so I can make business decisions.
No, and that's huge. And you're exactly right. I think a lot of companies struggle with that part. And, with us, it's very simple to read your P&L. You get one every month. It shows you, and you can literally down to the penny figure out what money's coming in and what money's going out. But again, for me, I think the biggest thing that I enjoy is having the freedom to make all of the important decisions. And really, I think the guys do a great job in letting us do that. And I find it real interesting that, when I look at our top 10 branches who've all been super successful, everybody's doing things a little differently.
Right.
And so, even when it comes down to technology, that's something that's very different here is the company isn't forcing me to use certain things. I can choose my own CRM, or I can go with the company provided CRM, but I like having that freedom of being able to choose what I want to do. I can advertise how I want to. I know we've got branches doing radio. We've got branches doing, online marketing. We've got branches doing direct mail. We've got branches doing social media. You can do whatever you want to do. And I think that's not the case at a lot of companies. And it's really fun being able to kind of, operate the way that you think is going to be best for how you're doing business.
Yeah, no, it is fun coming up with different ideas. And a lot of that stuff, a lot of those ideas are, market specific. So whatever the market is currently doing, being able to come up with an idea, being able to pivot, get in front of, what the market is doing, have some momentum that's helping you, some flexibility from what the market is doing, and then positioning yourself with a good marketing campaign or something else, I think is critical. And that's the piece that I like too. Everything's reconciled in the P&L. I can look at it. I can log in anytime, see exactly what's going on. And from a tax efficiency standpoint, it's huge to be able to pay for all these things branch related pre-tax before I'm paid. My only tax liability here is what I personally own on my W-2. And, everything else is basically delegated to corporate. They take care of it. And I think those efficiencies are very, very important. We're paying the $9.95 for underwriting, which is great. That comes out of the P&L. We're able to charge that up front if we choose. And then short of that, the rest of those non-money making activities, I don't have to worry about. They handle it. And like you said earlier, all you have to focus on is, generating business and running a good P&L in the black. And the system does make it very simple to be able to do that. And, it allows you to be in a position to be able to grow because you know exactly where you're at any given time.
No, great point. And again, I think that's what's different is this is running your own business without having all the liability and all the other things that typically an owner has. You don't have to worry about those things. You're running your own mortgage office, basically. And going back to the P&L piece, I think that a lot of companies really make it a very convoluted situation with where money's going. I know when I'm talking to a lot of branch managers out there and we're going through P&Ls together, I'm almost confused as to really what the heck's even going on, where the money's going. And I think we've simplified that very simple. Your origination fees, your yield, your underwriting, your processing fees are all coming in as revenue to your P&L. The company takes a flat fee, $9.95, which is more than reasonable, and really everything left goes to the branch. Okay, so I'm able to capture all loan revenue outside of $9.95, which is a beautiful thing when you consider how much support the company's giving you.
Right.
And then, speaking on what you said, a huge piece is being able to pay for all of my expenses pre-tax, just like a business. And so, that's also something that I think is different, is that all my marketing, all my salary, all my website, everything that I'm paying is paid through my branch.
Absolutely. No, you're right. And, I only pay for what I use. And like you'd mentioned, they do give you the ability to kind of set up your own technology if you choose your own softwares. And I'm able to custom build my tech stack specific to my branch on the tools that I use. I know they require us to use the Encompass LOS and Optimal Blue for pricing. Of course, we do have a corporate CRM that's free that you can use, but you do have the ability of setting up, whatever you choose. And I've taken full advantage of that, and I think that's a big deal. I'm not being forced into using certain things that don't go along with my model or things that are specific to me. And I'm able to pick, my own, post-closing software, my own CRM, my own tools for calendar, for my phone. And those are the things that I pick and choose. I pay for those pre-tax through my P&L. And if I don't use it, I can cut it. And it's not something I deal with. And I just feel like I'm not paying for a lot of bells and whistles and things I'm not really using. You know what I mean? And that makes a big difference, I feel like.
No, it does. And, again, it really just all leads back for me. Many years ago, I was a loan officer working for somebody, making a small fraction of revenue that I'm generating, wasn't able to make decisions, wasn't able to have full control of my marketing. It was really a pain to pay for my expenses and get reimbursed.
After the fact, right?
Things of that nature. So once I got into running a true P&L model, that changed everything. I was able to capture a much larger percentage of the money, and I was able to just run a business. That's, again, for me, the money that comes is great, but that's just a byproduct of the model.
Sure.
The biggest thing for me that I enjoy is just running my own mortgage company for the most part. That's what's fun, and that's what I've been able to build for 15 years. And again, that's just something that I enjoy more than anything.